This is an absolutely insane story. So this 22-year-old woman from Scotland named Kira Cousins has now reached international attention for faking an entire pregnancy to term and then faking a birth and carrying around a silicone reborn doll to pretend that she actually went through with it and gave birth to a real live baby. And she was showing it to her friends, to her family members. She even convinced her boyfriend that he was the father of this baby that never existed.
And the boyfriend later, like, you find out through text that he had no idea what was going on.
And I'll just say at the outset, this kid, this young man that she duped, should absolutely take her to court for emotional damages at the very least, because she not only convinced him that he was the father, she also demonized him and his family on social media the entire time that she was faking the pregnancy. She kept him in the dark, obviously, about all of the details because there were no details to share. And she refused a DNA test. Can't imagine why. She also then lied to this kid, telling him that their baby died after birth as a result of a heart murmur, a birth defect. And
I was born with a heart murmur, like a very severe heart murmur.
It could be like, you know, survivable. It could be serious. Like, but she made up medical records,
like fake scans.
It was insane. So yeah, this woman's name is Kira Cousins. She also threw a baby shower, a gender reveal party for her fake baby, and filmed it. Her friend is speaking out. This girl's name is Neve, and she is posting several TikToks with evidence of what happened. So let's play this video. She
From the
narrates.
Colin Rugg tweet?
Yeah, she narrates the course of events here and everything that Kira posted as, you know, supposed evidence of her pregnancy over these past like 9 months.
So, this is Kira at her own gender reveal, and me looking like a fanny at a gender reveal for a doll. But at the time, believing I was being supportive for a friend, then she...
So does that mean, like, you have to get bellies with, like, varying sizes, or can you, like, fill it up?
I guess that she just bought one for the later months, for the third trimester.
Also went to a wedding with a fake bump. Then she said that the baby had heart problems. And then she was buying the baby clothes. And then the mum and gran bought the £1,000 pram. Then she sent me a video of the baby kicking. Then she posted on Facebook saying thanks to the gran and great gran for buying her a chair. Then there was just more photos of Kira and Bonnie Lee, this doll.
That's the reborn right there.
Oh my god.
Then in a few settings, the text messages are going to come up where she says that she had took Bonnie Lee to the hospital because she was cold, etc. Then all the blue chats that you'll see is me when I found out that it's a doll. That's her saying happy birthday to me. And then this is what her auntie's just sent me here. She thinks her mum was in it. And so do I.
Okay.
And in this post about the baby's supposed heart defect, she said, thankfully both defects are treatable, and the cardiologist and NICU team we have spoke to feel very confident they will fix the issues, but we have to prepare. We have many more appointments with specialists and are getting the best care for our daughter. In the meantime, thank you so much for checking in. Please respect privacy on both sides of the family, regardless of what happened, to which I'm sure everyone's seen last week. Both families' main priorities are our daughter and having her supported and loved through this difficult time of her life. And she posted these fake medical photos of her daughter's heart defect as well. And the video where she's pretending that the baby is kicking is insane. She's posted this picture of the baby doll wearing a winter outfit, saying like, "All warm and wrapped up today, equally as cute. Thanks to great gran and granddad for the chair. I'm even opening my eyes to start being nosy in it." She's posting in the voice of her baby. That doesn't exist. She named the baby doll Bonnie Lee and convinced everyone around her, including this friend, Neve, that it was a real child. She even visited her friend's house with the baby wrapped up and covered up. Obviously, if your friend is visiting with their baby, you wouldn't immediately assume, unless you're crazy, that it's a fake baby. So why the hell would you know?
Yeah. Like, it would rely on the fact that you wouldn't assume anybody is that nuts.
And this friend took to TikTok and told the story in her own words, saying at the end, for all of those people out there saying that Kira needs help, she needs nothing of the sort. She does not need help. She needs jail, and she needs to be sued. She said she is a demon. And that she's, gonna deal with trust issues after this, understandably,
and she's
having been
like,
duped for close to a year.
And she basically is like, yeah, it got out of hand. Sorry.
This isn't Munchausen's, obviously, but it's something
It's
akin
something
to
adjacent.
it.
Yeah, no,
I don't
absolutely.
know.
It's the desire for the attention that's given. It's literally like Munchausen's without doing the initial work to actually have the child.
I believe that the phenomenon is called ecstatic pregnancy.
Okay.
Or maybe it's it was actually, I think, something I learned about through the story of Queen Mary, who experienced basically a psychosomatic pregnancy in front of the entire country, and then it turned out, obviously, like, she didn't give birth, and then she was mocked mercilessly for it. But it seems like Kira, on the other hand, didn't even believe herself that she was pregnant. She was in on her own scheme the entire time.
Like, the Hollywood version of this is like they lose the pregnancy early on and something snaps in them and they don't know how to tell anybody. Yeah. So they make them somewhat redeemable,
somewhat sympathetic,
because something bad happened and they lose their mind.
It was only found out after, I believe, her mom walked into her room unexpectedly and saw the baby doll like lying limp in the corner of the room while she was, laying about on her phone.
Like, you're not even keeping up the ruse while the family's there?
Yeah. And a lot of people tried to make these charitable assumptions like, oh, she's not letting anyone hold the baby because she's a protective mom and she's a first-time mom. It's totally normal. Meanwhile, she was like getting all of this attention and all of this money and gifts given to her for a baby that never existed in the first place. And now she still has her Instagram active. Her bio says, "I'm sorry to everyone. I did not think straight. I was messed up from past trauma. My life has to move on." In her post from 3 days ago, here's what she said. "I wasn't pregnant. There was no baby. I made it up and kept it going way too far. I faked scans, messages, a whole birth story, and acted like a doll was a real baby. I know how bad it is. Fucked up. I just didn't know how to stop once I started. Neve," to her friend, "I'm so sorry. You were there for me through it all. You cried happy tears, picked me up, brought me places, believed everything I said. You didn't deserve to be lied to. None of you did. Your mom, your niece, everyone who came to the gender reveal party, all the people who gave me gifts and support. I effed up and I hurt a lot of people. I don't have a proper excuse. Yeah, I wasn't in a good headspace, but that doesn't make what I did okay.
No.
I know this is going to stick with me for a long time and that I've probably lost friends I'll never get back. I am trying to figure myself out and get help because this version of me isn't someone I want to be. I know I've ruined a lot of trust and that sorry won't fix everything, but it's all I can say right now. And to everyone I made look bad along the way, Jamie is the once presumed baby daddy, and his family especially, I'm sorry. I made you out to be horrible people when really I was the one in the wrong completely." So she just came right out with it.
Not to go to the opposite end of the spectrum, but like, remember when people say that women are inherently better leaders for politics, just remember that stories like this exist. So there's evil from both genders. It's just usually different types of evil.
I'll tell you, I am seated for the dramatic reenactment or Netflix documentary that is to follow, because they're certainly all over this right now.
They're like the Jane Goodall thing's done. Okay, let's go make this movie.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm definitely interested in finding out more information, but it was hard to understand through all of their Scottish accents.
Yeah,
it's basically a different language.
Yeah, I mean that's like a meme in movies. Like, who remembers it? If anybody here saw the Uncharted movie, where it's the Scottish character, and every time he talks, everybody just goes, "What the hell are you saying?"
By the way, one comment that I saw on her friend's TikTok telling the story of what happened was from a reborn doll designer, saying she reached out to me in June to buy one of my dolls. And I'm just thinking, if you're the person designing and selling these realistic silicone babies on the internet, and you see this happens, this is your customer who did this, do you not rethink, like, maybe what I do for my business isn't ethical? Maybe I'm catering to an audience of deeply mentally disturbed people, and I'm actually worsening the mental state they're already in.
I mean,
this is what I've said about the reborn doll collectors this entire time. They're oftentimes using excuses like, oh, it helps women, heal from trauma after pregnancy loss or after losing an infant, and maybe it's for women who struggle with infertility, and they use this as a coping mechanism. I have repeatedly stated that is not a healthy coping mechanism for anyone, regardless of the reason why you're attracted to the idea of walking around town with a fake baby in the pram. It's not a good idea. And the people selling these dolls, obviously they know from this story at the very least that the people buying from them are mentally ill.
Well, at the very least, this one is, and we've covered the other ones as well, where there's definitely some weirdness going on.
Some weirdness is an understatement, that's for sure.
This is, of course, the most egregious example, and this lady is, and not just insane, but a criminal, and right?
I mean, is it
There's
criminal
fraud.
what she did? I assume that if she's receiving money from people for the baby, that is a form of illegal fraud.
Yeah.
Who knows if she's going to get
at the
charges
very least,
pressed
she's
against
a
her.
Very, very bad person.
And regardless of whether it was criminal, I'm certain that the once presumed baby daddy in this case has precedent to sue her for emotional damages and maybe even defamation, since she was defaming him and his family the entire time that people believed she was pregnant.
Just remember that the like men and women are both capable of great evil, and that the evil of women just looks very different than the evil of men, and this is the evil of women.
Like, you can see the screenshots.
Like, imagine like when men go on, like, nobody buys it when some dude goes on a killing spree and then he's like, you know what, I was dealing with a lot of childhood trauma. My parents messed me up. It's like, that's not an excuse, bro. It just
I do see people making excuses like that for murderers too.
They shouldn't do that either.
I know, but you can see in these screenshots, she's like also emotionally blackmailing this young man.
Yeah.
Saying something happened to Bonnie Lee, but I need someone here with me to explain things to you so you can understand. And he says, what? And she says, Bonnie Lee died, but you need to give me time to tell you everything, and I will, I promise. And he says, WTF? And she says, please, I know you want answers, but please, Jamie. And he said, you've left me in the dark for long enough. I'm coming. So he was going to see the baby or what was going on. And she said, you're not getting in, so charge on, like you won't get in. And she was still trying to fool him into thinking that not only was he the father of this baby, but now the baby has died.
Yeah.
Like, what in fuck's name is wrong with you?
Yep.
I'd love to know. I'm genuinely curious.
Like, the other version of this is like she pretends like it died before she gave birth, so she doesn't have to fake an actual baby.
Yeah, I guess that
like the other
ends the ruse.
Yes,
or she was hoping that people would just forget about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did want to mention it's It was Queen Mary I of England who experienced 2 well-documented episodes of what's called pseudocyesis, commonly known as phantom pregnancy, a condition where a woman exhibits the physical symptoms of pregnancy without actually being pregnant. The first episode began in 1554 after her marriage to Philip of Spain, and by April of 1555, Mary was widely believed to be pregnant. Her abdomen had swollen. She reported morning sickness and fetal movements, and preparations for the birth were underway, including readying the nursery and wet nurses. Public celebrations erupted upon the announcement of a birth in April of 1555, but no child was delivered. Despite the lack of a child, Mary persisted in believing she was pregnant, withdrawing into seclusion and displaying signs of depression. Her condition was so convincing that even her physicians believed that she was pregnant, and the court maintained the pretense until July. By August, after nearly a year, she emerged from confinement visibly emaciated and humiliated, and the official narrative of her pregnancy ceased. And then that was followed by a second episode in 1557. She had a swollen abdomen and cessation of menstruation. That's remarkable, though no child was born that time either.
Unbelievable.
So, I mean, in an example like that, you can clearly see, Queen Mary believed she was pregnant.
Yeah.
As did her doctors. Kira, on the other hand, never even believed it privately.
No,
she wasn't even under the impression that it was real.
In a narcissistic, evil world.
Like, this is just a sociopath.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.